So here's what I was trying to show you earlier this morning, but I have my cat eye mask pattern. You want to cut 2. That will make it a little more stiff once you get your stitching in there, and it should hold up better. So I'm showing, if you wanted to put some lace around any edge, how you might do it. You're just going to open up those 2 pieces and put your lace inside and pin them together. So that's what I did here. I have a purple on one side and a black on the other, and I'm going to stitch that lace in between. So I tucked it inside the 2 like that. So as you begin to sew, we're going to put in your package, this is a pearl cotton, where you only need to use 1 of these. You can try that for stitching. Or I have my embroidery floss again, which is the 3 pieces of the 6. I separated it, and now I'm going to thread my embroidery needle. So an embroidery needle has a larger eye, and remember, the lower the number, the larger the eye. So depending on what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to try to get my 3 in that eye. Okay, got them in. All right, so I'm going to leave 1 of these longer than the other. Whoops. Okay. And I'm going to start with my fastening stitch that I want to hide inside here. So stitch a little stitch, leave a tail, stitch another, and tuck the tail inside, and make sure your lace is tucked in there, sandwiched in between the 2. All right, now I'm going to bring my thread up, and then I can stitch across here. Now, if I wanted to put some decoration here, I could. So I'm thinking of putting some beads. So here we have a variety of little beads. And as long as the hole in the bead will fit through your needle, I'm just going to thread a bead on there. And then I'm going to take another stitch. Now if I wanted, could go like this so I can get these beads a little closer. Okay, so there's 1. And then I'm going to come back. If you wanted to put beads on both sides, you could. I could put a bead back here now. I'm just going to put them on the one side. But that would be a possibility. You could do that too. All right, so if you've requested beads, you can do this. Okay, I'm going to put that bead through, and then take another stitch. Okay, so I could have beads going going all the way across the top. The other thing that you could put on there are sequins. The sequins have a little hole in the center. Let's see what happens if we put a sequin on here. Oh, that's going on the back. Could put a sequin on the back and beads on the front. I'm just going to come back and forth here. Get another bead. So I'm stitching that elastic in, and at the same time I'm stitching the two mask pieces together, and then I'm putting sequins and beads along the top. If you used sewing thread, you could put sew these sequins on as well and put them anywhere you want. Okay, so there are some ideas of how to begin designing. Now you could use, remember we did that blanket stitch and we did the whip stitch. You can use those two. You could put little pieces of cut out felt or blanket stitch around the edge. So I'll show some of that in the next video.